All right, we are just about 2 minutes away from the start of the third quarter here in Cordova, Tennessee, and what has been a fantastic football game. ECS leading the Bruins 15-7. Now, the Bruins won the toss to start this game, but they elected to defer. So to start off the third quarter, guys, the Bruins defense will be back on the field, and that's not such a bad thing given the way they played tonight.
No, it's not. It's really not. 13-7 at halftime. Northside leads Lexington. We'll get you some more scores. Here it's 15-7. Advantage ECS. But Bass, what a great first half of action. Courtesy of these youngsters from USJ and ECS.
Oh, yeah, you got that right. And hey, listen, ECS, you can tell, they are a fantastic football team, and USJ has forced them into some uncomfortable situations. They've had to go for it on fourth down a couple of times, haven't been able to convert that. USJ's forced some turnovers. You know, it's just a couple of plays here and there, the pick six, a penalty or two, that have been the difference in that first half, because other than that, USJ, I don't say they outplayed ECS, but I mean, I would say it was dead even.
Yeah, they really have. Played toe-to-toe with them. You got down 15-0 in the first quarter. In the second quarter, it was all USJ with a 7-0 advantage for USJ there.
Yeah, it was a beautiful connection, 16 yards from Easton Underwood to Holland Spencer on the left side of the end zone, just to rub off the line of scrimmage. Holland Spencer finds just a beautiful little gap right there in that defense, and he nestles in there. Easton Underwood gets protection from his offensive line, just enough time to throw that football in between defenders, and the Bruins get within one possession. Now, don't forget, ECS did go for two with their extra point, and they were able to get it. That's why we're sitting at 15 right now instead of 14.
So here we go. Ready for the second half. USA will have the football to start the second half. Buford.
Thank you, fellas.
Didn't USJ?
No, USA kicked off to start things.
That's right.
Yeah,
there you go. Excuse me.
But USA back deep here. Griffin Laird in company. Here's the kickoff high. Going to travel into the end zone. Holland Spencer back there as well. Holland will catch it. An automatic touchback here at high school. So it'll be USA football. First down and 10.
Do you notice they got three men deep back this week? They got Will Smith joining Holland Spencer and Griff Laird. They're using three guys on the return tonight.
Yep. Griff Laird, only a freshman.
And a good one.
He is, isn't he?
Yes, he is. One of several good freshmen.
Mickey getting a lot of experience, and they're 4-1. So, you know, not bad. First and 10. USA their own 20 years east and Underwood back to throw. Fires it out. Tipped and all. Boy, it was dangerous. Goes incomplete at the 20. He was looking for that tight end, and Michael Taylor. Well covered. The ball was tipped in the air. And really an interception.
Yeah, Easton shouldn't have thrown that football that time because number 29, Ben Bates, the senior linebacker, was right on Michael Taylor's right hip. There was no way good things were coming to that. You might get a yard or two out of that game. Nearly had an interception, and that would have been just absolutely dreadful to start the third quarter.
Second and 10, USA just underway second half, 15-7. ECS leading the Bruins. Here's Underwood out of the shotgun with four wide. Easton back to throw. Fires it out near the sideline, high and incomplete. Had Harrison Homburg open at the 25. Looked like that ball may have slipped out of his hands as he threw it.
I think so. You're right. It sailed because you're right. Homburg had come open right there around the 27-yard line, but it's almost as if ECS is daring USJ to run the football.
Gorgeous replay by Certified Restoration there. So third down and 10 after the two incomplete passes. USJ their own 20. Moving left to right on your radio dial. And we got whistles. One of the officials pointing at the other one saying, hey man, you want to go to Marco's Pizza? He said, well, you know, you can order online at marcos.com or call 300-0400. So we're ready. Here's Easton Underwood back to throw. In trouble, steps up, sacked at the 15-yard line. Easton tried to get out of there. but that second wave got him, and he's sacked at the 15.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. In the first half, ECS only brought 4 almost every play. Bringing a couple of more that time, they brought 6 more than the offensive line could handle. If that keeps happening, watch for ECS to pile on the pressure. You got to start going with some quick hitches to make that defense respect the passing game.
Wells Smith, a fine punter for the Bruins, going to be punting near his own goal line. Good snap. Wells, nice, high, sprawling punt, fair catch is asked for and made all the way back at the 47-yard line of ECS. What a gorgeous punt by Wells Smith with no return. That punt covered 38 yards.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Wells has been a real weapon for this football team. There's times when, more often than not, most high school teams would have gotten that ball down inside the opponent's territory, probably about the 35, 40-yard line, but Wells at least puts it on the ECS side of the field.
Boy. Had an afternoon shooting today. Incidents news has been updated by Keith Shirley at point5digital.com. Shooting at 3-way in Jackson today, so check that out at point5digital.com. First and 10 is ECS with their first possession of the second half, leading 15-7, 11 and change left third quarter. Option right side, outside the numbers, clipped down at the 47-yard line of USJ. So moving from the 47 of the Eagles to the 47 of USJ. The game is right at 5 yards. Flags are down on the play, however. This one may come back, and I believe it will.
Oh, yeah, I can see the hold right now. There's no question about it. Wells Smith was held right around midfield that time as he tried to break away to get to the ball carrier, and one of the receivers out there on the blocking assignment held Wells Smith.
So that's what's going to come back.
It's another wrinkle to that offense, though. Option offense as well out of the spread with 4 wide receivers. That's a lot to defend, Reeves.
10:55 left third quarter, 15-7 advantage ECS. ECS after the penalty, first down and 14 from their own 43. Pump fake, quarterback going to keep it up the middle. Breaks one tackle, 45. Running room out to midfield and diving into USJ territory before he's taken down at the Bruin 49-yard line. The gain is 8 yards.
Well, I'll tell you what, and Trey Smith was poised to make a tackle. He got his hand on the ball carrier, and another offensive lineman that wasn't even guarding him that time, wasn't even blocking him, comes over and chips him off, releasing the ball carrier. Good play.
Keegan Westbrook and the shotgun, second down and 6. After that 8-yard gain, just into USJ territory at the Bruin 49. 3 wide, 1 lone setback. On the ground they go. Read option, running room inside the 45, fired down to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 8 and a first down for ECS.
And that's such a tough play to defend because if you'll notice, the quarterback runs with the ball carrier to the line of scrimmage and doesn't make a decision till he is at the point of attack. And if that offensive line gets a good push, he's going to give it to him on that lead, and that's exactly what happened.
You set it down at the Bruin 41. Moving right to left on your dial, here's ECS on offense. Reed again, straight ahead from the 41 down to the 39, maybe. Closer to the 40. It's a short gain, maybe a yard and a half on first down.
There's a big gap dive that time, and Eli Browse reads it pretty well. He comes up, steps in. This has the chance to go for a much bigger game, but look at Eli Browse right there at the 40.
Oh, beautiful.
Right, he sees it coming down and just blows it up.
Second and 9 from the USJ 40. Clock moving, 9:21 left third quarter. Another read option, straight ahead on the ground, running room this time from the 40 to the 35 and fighting down to the 31-yard line. On the carry is a 9-yard gain. Browse, Campbell, Carlock on the tackle. This one is close to the chains.
Well, and you know, you have to make decisions when you play a ball like this, and when you spread a defense like this with 4 wide and you're running option out of it as well, you have to get interior penetration over that nose guard, over that zero technique. You got to do it.
It is a first down at the 31. Back to throw, out into flat and dangerously incomplete as Harrison Humberg, the freshman, read that one and stepped in there. Correction, not Humberg on defense. That was defending that play for USJ was Holland Spencer.
But I'll tell you what, it was if he could have seen, he was going after the wide receiver that time, but if he was able to look up, that would have picked 6 going the other way.
So 2nd and 10. ECS from the USJ 31, moving right to left on your radio dial. Here's Westbrook. Play action, back to throw. Looking, firing, get a man into flat, caught at the 30, outside the numbers, spun down at the 28-yard line. The gain is 3 yards, so USJ defensively again showing their speed and getting out into flat and making the tackle.
I mean, that's Eli Browse once again. I mean, it's such a pleasure. We got 3.5 more years to watch this kid play football. Now look how far he has to track to get with the back out of the backfield and is still able to come across the field and make that tackle, setting up the 3rd and long.
3rd down and 7, ECS at the Bruin 28. Big play here with 8:26 left, 3rd quarter. ECS leads 15-7. Westbrook back to throw. Plenty of time now. The pressure comes, fires, and incomplete. As applying the pressure for the Bruins and knocking Westbrook down was Peyton Taylor, who's been in the backfield all night long.
Pressure on the quarterback.
Well, look at Peyton Taylor closing right there. I just love the way that he plays, man. Just his motor never stops.
ECS going to roll the dice and go for it at 4th down and 7 from the Bruin 28. Westbrook out of the gun with 4 wide. Now they shift. 2 in the backfield now. Here's Westbrook. Long play. He's going to run option right side. Oh, and a crushing block outside the numbers room. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Oh, boy.
Oh, man, that was a devastating block by Sadler Goodwin. It's a crackback, and he comes back and just nails. I couldn't see who it was he hit, but watch the slot receiver here on the right side. He's coming down the line of scrimmage and just nails one of the defenders and set that wide open. Man.
Oh, boy. So the touchdown run is officially 28 yards by Reed Halford's huge play on 4th down and 7 for ECS.
That's a dangerous block, though, you know.
That is.
A very dangerous block.
Chandler Williams' extra point attempt is up, and it's good. Went over the netting. Chandler Williams got quite a leg, so with 8:05 left in the 3rd quarter, our new score, ECS 22 and USJ 7. 7 trucks in 4x4. Or if it has to do with that truck, you need 7 trucks in 4x4. They can add an additional 30 to 60 horsepower to your truck. And an extra 3 to 5 miles per hour per gallon. I mean, that's a great combination in it from Southern Trucks and 4x4.
You got that right, man. You're not going to find anything like that anywhere else, I wouldn't imagine.
No. 45 Bypass Jackson. Call 422-3722. The website is mytruck.net. That's truck spelled T-R-U-K.
Well, not the start we wanted to the 3rd quarter, but how about another one of those patented great returns by Holland Spencer to set them up in business and try to make this a one-possession game again.
Wouldn't it be nice? Here's the kickoff. It's a high pop fly, dangerous, and that's got to be a penalty, and it is. As USJ fielded the ball at the 35-yard line, coming in to make that catch was Jonathan Atkins, and Atkins was hit early but held on to it. I didn't see if Atkins did call a fair catch, and he was hit anyhow.
Yeah, he was drilled that time by Harrison Cox. And these two teams have a lot of mutual respect for each other, and they go back and they'll pat each other, say good play, and they'll do the next one.
So, we'll see. The penalty is going to be marked off here. It's fair catch interference on ECS. That penalty will be marked off of the 34-yard line. It's a 15-yarder out to the 49-yard line, and that's where USJ will set up shop with great starting field position. 1st down and 10, right at midfield.
Man, we'll take that. You know, I'll tell you what, but that was a well-executed kick. You know what I mean? I just the perfect amount of put in the right place, perfect amount of loft. A lesser team would be on defense right now for sure.
Yeah, and it was so unexpected because the kickoffs have been traveling into the end zone.
Absolutely.
So USJ down 22-7 with 7:58 left in the 3rd quarter. They take over 1st and 10 from their own 49. Underwood out of the gun with 3 wide. Here's the short pass in the flat. Here is Spencer going nowhere. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Holland Spencer on that reception.
Boy, they're trying to get a hitch out into the slot receiver, Holland Spencer. But, man, look at this. As soon as he gets it right there, look how quickly this defense closes on him. By the time he catches it, there's 3 ECS defenders right on.
Gorgeous instant replays at point5digital.com, provided by Certified Restoration. 24/7 immediate response time. 427-9258, the phone number.
They got to make these DBs honest right here, test them over the top.
2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Underwood going to keep it. He's in trouble and dumps at the line of scrimmage. And Easton went down hard. I hope he's okay. He may have taken a knee to the helmet. He gets up slowly.
You just got bent a little bit weird. But against this defense, Danny, I got to be honest with you. I'm probably not going to do a lot of running with Easton Underwood. Just not going to do it.
Yeah, he was bent over backwards. He's a tough kid. He's up and right back in the huddle.
But this ECS defense is 11 piranhas out there.
3rd and 10. Clock moving, 6:45 left, 3rd quarter, 22-7, ECS advantage. USJ their own 49. 4 wide. Here is Easton Underwood back to throw. Across the middle he goes, nearly intercepted. Not sure what he saw. He was looking for Michael Taylor, his tight end, threw that one into triple cover.
You know, and most of the success that they've had in the passing game has been outside of the hashes. They've been trying to work the inside hash lately.
Let's go down to the narrator on the sideline.
It was a drive the Bruins really needed to get something to go on. They had deferred the second half. They come out. It was a quick 3 and out. ECS comes down and scored, and that was USJ's opportunity to answer, and they let it slip through.
So here is Wells Smith in to punt it away. Wells gets his foot into it. Another high, beautiful spiraling punt that will hit at the 15 and roll inside the 5 and be downed, I believe, yes, at the 1. So nice job, Wells Smith, with about a 47-yard punch down inside the 5. He is one of the best you'll see in high school football.
Just what they needed, man. Penn and ECS, and I guess they're going to say it. I think they're going to spot it around the 2 or the 3 yard line. I think it's going to end up being the 3, but what a beautiful punt by Wells Smith. And now let's see if this Bruin defense can bend their backs a little bit here, get a stop, and have them punt the football.
They mark it at the 2, Bears. They mark it at the 2. North side. 98-yard kickoff return, north side. That should put them up in that game, tied at 13. On the ground on first down is ECS, running across the 5 and taken down at the 6. It's a gain of 4 on first down.
Well, you really would like to, if you can, near the interior of that defense. You really don't want to give up 3 or 4 yards with a direct run right through the A-gap, just trying to get a little breathing room. This is where you want to stand tall.
2nd and 6. ECS at their own 6-yard line with 5:50 remaining. 3rd quarter, 22-7. It was Campbell Carlock on that tackle. Here's ECS, tight formation. They pitch it left side with room to the 10 outside the numbers, and a game tackled. Hammered down. Going to be shy of the first down.
But look who starts this, though. And it looks like there's a hole, but I want you to watch Campbell Carlock as he tracks down the line of scrimmage. Now watch this, perfect angle, and he spins him around before he can get that first down, and then the help comes, man. Fantastic play.
Wells Smith in on the tackle along with Campbell Carlock and company. That's a Campbell Carlock Nissan tackle there.
Big play here, guys.
Van Drive and Jackson. 3rd and 2 from the 10. They go straight ahead and quarterback running room. 15. First down yardage 20. Out to the 24-yard line, and another big play by ECS, and that time Christian Lewis lined up at quarterback and just basically a wildcat view and ran it right up the middle.
What he did was he takes the snap, then he takes a step back and he waits, lets the defense make their angle, show their hand, and then he finds the crease and picks up a big gain on 3rd down.
So 1st and 10, new set of downs for ECS. New line of scrimmage, their own 24. On the ground, straight ahead, breaking it 1 tackle, but then taken down at the 27-yard line. The gain is 3 yards. And another nice tackle. Again, it looked like Carlock Campbell Carlock in on the tackle.
And it was from his linebacker position. And watch, if he doesn't get there, watch this, Danny. If he doesn't get there, now you've got one-on-one with the ball carrier. It looks like maybe Griff Laird, and who knows.
2nd and 7. Back to throw. Got a man wide open. Caught near the sideline. 35 to the 40. Outside the numbers to the 43-yard line. The connection made for another first down. That's Sadler Goodwin on the reception. And they'll move the chains once again.
Well, and Sadler Goodwin, the right slot receiver that time, and he just kind of goes down the line of scrimmage, then goes right off the heel of the outside receiver, picks up the pass for a big gain.
Westbrook back at a quarterback. He'll hand it off from the 44 to the 45. It's a short gain on first down. Nice job defensive front that time.
Can you imagine having to defend all the different looks and formations that you see when you play ECS?
Let's go down to the narrator on the sideline.
Fellas here on the sidelines, you can feel ECS gaining the momentum. They're getting a rhythm with their play calling. Certainly USJ's got their head in this football game, but right now momentum is all with ECS.
2nd and 8. Here's ECS rolling left, firing down the sideline, caught and out of bounds inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. And that's the way it's going because Howard Spencer was in position, Bass. If he would have recognized the football, could have made the interception, but he doesn't, and it's a big completion.
Yeah, Keegan Westbrook rolls against his body, makes a beautiful throw 35 yards down the field. The coverage is there, but you just got to get pressure on Westbrook.
1st and 10 on the ground, spinning, breaking tackles 25 to the 20, running laterally along the 17 and taken down there. Close to another first down is that fantastic running back, Drew Kroger.
Now watch Kroger spin here in the hole. Man, he spins, and then he's at second level right there. He's a load to deal with. 5'9", 180 pounds. But I'll tell you what, he looks a lot bigger than that to me. At least he plays that way.
Lexington inside Northside at 13 in the ensuing kickoff. Northside runs it back 98 yards to take a 19-13 lead. What a game there, huh?
Yeah, Indians, tough football team for sure.
It is a first down for ECS. New line of scrimmage, the Bruin 29. Leading 22-7. ECS with 3:46 remaining, third quarter. We thank our sponsors here. That includes Robinson Toyota Scion. We'll be there tomorrow with the sports of the Phoenix Inspired Sports Zone. Be sure to join us live from 10 to noon. Your game-winning drive off the field, like my Forerunner. Like the Rockstar, the Prius at 50-plus miles per gallon. The Camry SE. Consumer Reports, best value right there. The inventory, you view it, it's all the cars at RobinsonToyota.com or RobinsonScion.com. Trinity was leading 26-0 over JCM that game at last reported halftime. 2nd and 10. I'll make it 1st and 10 from the 29 of USJ. Here is ECS. Zone read, they'll run it right side. Trying to the edge, won't get there. From the 29, he does move forward to the 26. It's a pickup of 3 yards on first down.
Well, I'll tell you what, then that's that jet sweep that you see. Usually you see a receiver go out on a jet sweep in motion, but that time it was Kroger, the big running back, but sniffed out by USJ.
And mark him at the 17. It's 2nd down. And let's call it 8. On the ground again, breaking tackles to the 10, down to the 5 before he's taken off his feet by Campbell Carlock. Again on the carry, the workhorse here is Drew Kroger.
Well, and you can really tell right now. Look, Danny, the offensive linemen aren't even in three-point stance, but they're still firing off, engaging on the defensive line, and right now they're laying on this USJ defense.
Oh, boy.
When you get push on a running play and you're not even in a three-point stance, that's not a good sign.
Now this young team, USJ, playing a lot of freshmen, playing well, but all this depth is starting to take over. Another Wildcat. Straight ahead they go from the 5, diving down to near the 4. It's a gain of 1, maybe 1.5. It'll be second down and goal.
Yeah, just bunched it up tight right there, man, all in the box, and a good job that time by Ben Browse of fighting off that tackle.
Let's go down to the narrator on his sideline.
Hey, what we're starting to see on this drive is some of that USJ fatigue. We're talking the pregame. A lot of their players going both ways. ECS only one player going both ways.
Good point, narrator. Another Wildcat and another touchdown from this time from 3 yards out is Christian Lewis. Touchdown ECS. And boy, the narrator pointed out one player that goes both ways for ECS. And you can see there, Bass, is this touchdown by ECS with Lewis. The fatigue is setting in.
Yeah.
These guys are young. There are a lot of freshmen on the team, picking up valuable experience and playing with a lot of heart. But depth now is starting to take over for ECS.
No question, you're right. Plus the fact that a lot of these Bruins play both ways. They're just being leaned on right now. That was the exact same play that was ran before, only to the right side of the A gap, and it just walking right in uncontested Christian Lewis. ECS, USJ, gallant effort, but it looks like they're kind of running out of steam here late in the third.
We thank our sponsors that include Cambridge Limited Men's Clothing. Quality men's clothing at affordable prices, suits, and more suits. The best suit deal on planet Earth. Cambridge Limited Men's Clothing, North Holland, across from Toys R Us. By Ellis Insurance Agency, call 664-8866 for the home of rate protection guarantee, accident forgiveness, fantasy deductibles, and earthquake deductibles as low as 5%. By Southeastern Termite Pest Control and Service Company, dial 660-1052 and see why that most people say the best in the business is most that I know. Southeastern Termite, 660-1052. Here's the kickoff by ECS. Will travel in to the end zone for the touchback. So here it is, Bass, in USJ outmanned tonight, playing a terrific first half. And playing hard here in the second half, but unable to pick up a first down so far here in the second half with 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, and one of the causes of that, and look, I'm right there with Mickey. He knew they weren't going to be able to run the football, so you throw it, and you keep on throwing it. But how much better would they be in a position if they were able to run the football, play a little ball control offense?
They'd love to be able to, Bu. First and 10 Bruins, their own 20. 4 wide. Here's Easton back to throw. Swing pass and incomplete in the backfield. Looking for Mitchell Bonifant. It'll go incomplete.
Well, and actually, Danny, as you watch the replay, it's better that it did. Look at this defense react. They see that it's the swing out into the flat. So what happens right here if he catches this football? Look at that. Where's he going? Is he going to make it to that line of scrimmage? No chance. He'll lose 5 yards.
Second down and 10. Bruins own 20. A minute 57 left. Third quarter, 29-7, advantage ECS. 4 wide receivers, Mitchell Bonifant, the lone setback. Here's Underwood, and USJ going to move early. It's going to send them back 5 yards. You really see the fatigue setting in here for this young USJ football team. Now, all this valuable experience is going to pay off. Now, this ECS team is one of the elite teams in Division II, and the Bruins have really traded blow by blow until the lack of depth has taken over, and only one player, again, we can't point it out enough, going both ways for ECS.
Yeah, and this is an ECS team that could easily be playing for a state championship this year. They're that type of caliber. So to come here and give the effort the Bruins have, it's admirable.
Second and 15, here's Easton back to throw. Going deep down the middle of the field, high and incomplete. Over a shot, his receiver looking for Jonathan Atkins. It'll be third down and 15.
Now, I wasn't sure. The route really wasn't that smooth. I couldn't tell if Jonathan Atkins wanted to kick the route out a little bit, but then he goes back for the deep post, but it's a little late that time. The ball's well over his head.
It was Anthony Jones with a 98-yard kickoff return for Northside to put the Indians back on top, 19-13. Third down, 15. USJ from their own 15. Trips to the right this time. One wide split far. Wide side. Here's Underwood back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Easton steps up. Got a man, fires, caught at the 30. Breaking and tackling, diving ahead to the 34-yard line. On the reception for USJ that time. Was that Harrison Humberg?
I think it was Jonathan Atkins. It was hard to see from across the field. We'll take another look at it here. I thought it was Atkins.
Certified restoration, bringing you these beautiful instant replays in slow motion.
Yes, it's Jonathan Atkins.
So Atkins on a nice route and a kind of a crawl pattern near the sideline, and Easton Underwood found him for the USJ first down. First State Bank first down.
And now that defense doesn't have to come right back on the field. That was big.
Here's the draw. Boniface straight ahead with room. Crossing the 35. Mitchell is out to the 40-yard line before he's taken off his feet. It's a 9-yard gain, and by far the most successful run tonight for USJ. First State Bank serving communities just like ours throughout Tennessee since 1887. First State Bank is member FDIC. And you need someone to represent you. No one does it better than Hardy, Martin, Donahoe, Owens, and White, tipping the scales in your favor. Second down and 9. USJ at their own 40. Back to throw Underwood. Throws it out high and then incomplete. Has taken a major league hit there. Was Holland Hawks, the junior. He bounces right back up. That one was high. Holland tried to bring it down, but he was tattooed in the meantime.
Yeah, and you just got to bring that ball down. That's the third ball that sailed kind of on Easton tonight. That doesn't really happen very often, but yeah, you got to protect your receivers. Got to keep that ball down.
Let's go down to the narrator.
I'm out of this drive with, but I like what they've done on this drive. Go downfield, spread that defense out a little bit, give them an opportunity to get some running lanes there.
3rd and 2. Here's Bonifant on the draw, breaking a tackle and getting back to the line is all he's able to do. But boy, Mitchell ran hard. Here comes a late flag. And we'll have to see what that is. Maybe the narrator got a viewpoint on it, but that was awfully late, and USJ's reacting as if it's on ECS. You see anything here, Bjorn?
You know, I didn't. I don't know if there was a late hit of some kind or something maybe somebody said, but nonetheless, it's going to cost ECS 15.
Personal foul on ECS, or a break for the Bruins. That's going to be another First State Bank first down as they mark off 15. First State Bank. Visit First State online at first-state.net. Member FDIC, First State Bank. Dan Reaves, Seabass, Richard Barber with you. Paul Schulze, Jonathan Greer, Scott Tinker, all bringing you this game. 1.5 digital. Pump fake going deep down the sideline. Incomplete at the 10-yard line. Oh, boy. Beautiful route ran by Jonathan Atkins and a beautiful pump fake by Easton Underwood, but a tough catch had to be made over the shoulder and not able to make it.
Yeah, it's a feint and go right there. Perfectly placed that time, and Atkins has to come down with that football.
It had been an over-the-shoulder catch and just couldn't pull it off. You can see beautiful ball thrown there by Easton Underwood. Unable to make the catch. 3 seconds left now in the third quarter. Snap gets away from Underwood. Here's Easton just having it covered up back at the 41-yard line. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. And right now it's all ECS, 29-7. This is WNWSF here in Jackson, Tennessee. And Buick's been tough sledding here for USJ in the second half. The first quarter, ECS able to put up 15 points, take a 15-0 lead. In the second quarter, USJ swung the tide, and they won that quarter 7-0. Went to halftime, 15-7. ECS. The third quarter was owned by ECS. They put up 14 points, and as we move to the fourth quarter, 29-7 ECS advantage.
Yeah, and it kind of started with that bad field position to start off with their first drive for USJ, and then a quick 3 and out. They had to punt. ECS had good field position, and they cashed it in from there, and it's been all legal since.
This game being made possible by Southern Trucks and 4x4. Steve Sweat and his sons, Stephen and Brad. You know, they started out selling trucks, and they discovered that there was a need for an affordable diesel repair shop in our area. And Steve and his sons at Southern Trucks and 4x4 assembled a team of the area's best diesel and customizing technicians, and they acquired exclusive technology that tunes, repairs, and improves your truck's performance. Southern Trucks and 4x4, 1082 Highway 45 bypass next to Deaton's Carpet One. As we begin the fourth quarter, USJ has the football. Third down and 22 from their own 43. Here's Underwood back to throw. Out of the shotgun, firing deep down the center of the field and high and incomplete at the 20-yard line. Looking again for Jonathan Atkins in the double coverage. It'll go incomplete, and USJ will be forced to punt it away.
Now, like I said, I would really like to see them test the outside the hashes a little bit more, you know. They had some first-half success outside of the hash, but they really, ever since then, been trying to attack right there in between the hash marks.
Brentwood Academy knocked off Science Hill. Science Hill was unbeaten. That was a great game. 24-21, Brentwood Academy wins it. So Wells Smith, the fine punter, in to punt it away again. High, spiraling punt will hit it to 25. Roll inside the 20 and be down at the 17, and there's a beanbag out. Does that mean that the ball was touched? It was by a USJ player. So they'll mark it at the 21-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 ECS.
You know, and Colgert got popped for his troubles. You know, he backed away from the ball, and one of the USJ guys comes over and gives him a pop. And then the beanbag comes down, and of course, Colgert's looking up at the official like, hey, man. (29-7) as we begin the fourth quarter. 11:41 left in the game. ECS with a 29-7 advantage. First and 10 Eagles on the ground, straight ahead for short yards from the 21. Fighting out to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Well, Trey Smith looked good that time right there in the zero technique, swallowing up the middle of that ECS offensive line. Very little gain on that one.
There's market at the 23, the gain of 2 yards. It's second down and 8. ECS moving left to right on your dial, leading 29-7 with 11:10 left. We're in the fourth quarter. Out of the shotgun, man in motion, right to left. Play action, back to throw. Short pass complete at the 21 in the flat, out to the 25, outside the numbers, and ran out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That tackle made by Wells Smith.
And that's such a phenomenal play call. You clear out the left side, and then you bring in number 11, Sadler Goodwin, from his right slot position on a drag route right behind the defensive line, and just nestles in there for a good gain.
That'll bring up third down and 2 for ECS at the Eagle 29. Option read right side. The pitch and room to the 30, out to the 35, and fighting out to the 37 before he's taken off his feet with a first down. And the tackle made by Ben Ross, and ECS moves the chains again.
Well, and you look at this. You run option out of this, Danny. I mean, I know who has the quarterback, but who has pitch responsibility? Who has that? There is nobody.
Let's go down to the sideline. Here's the narrator.
Fellas, you can see ECS starting to grind now. They're taking advantage of the fatigue of USJ.
Here is now first and 10 on the ground again, straight ahead from the 37, crossing the 40 and taken down at the 44-yard line. And the gain is 7 yards. I think marking at the 45, that's a gain of 8 yards on first down, and you really see the fatigue now setting it for USJ.
You're right, even on the tackle right there. I mean, they're still working hard as they possibly can, but this big line starting to lean on them a little bit and getting into that second level with them linebackers.
Out of the shotgun again on second and 2, back to throw. Swing pass, knocked down beautifully. That may be a lateral, but they say no, an incomplete pass. Is blitzing in there and making the play was Ben Browse, and Ben nearly created a turnover.
Well, you got that right. Look at him outside. He takes a slant inside. Look at this. Beats the receiver, and you're right. Darn near intercepts that ball. That ball looked behind the line there.
That's twice tonight. It's called incomplete on an ECS play, but it was actually a lateral.
Yeah, and you know, the thing about it is, if Ben's not there and that ball just goes down on the ground, they probably call it a backwards pass.
Third down, quarterback going to keep it straight ahead, crossing the 45 and out to the 47, stretching to the 48. He needed the 47. He gets the 48 officially, and another ECS first down as they move the chains with 9:28 remaining. We're in the fourth quarter, a 29-7 ECS advantage over the boys.
Well, they made Riley Watkins fight for it, and he had just enough to stretch those chains.
McKenzie out in front of Humboldt in the third quarter, 19-6. First and 10, ECS, their own 48. On the ground, they go straight ahead. Nothing there. Hammered down in the backfield on a gorgeous defensive play. Is that Trey Smith in there making the play?
Yeah, that's Trey Smith, but let's also give an assist right here as you look at it, Danny. Let's also give an assist right here. I didn't get to see who it was. That was Eli Browse. You see that? Look him take on the blocking back right there. Once he does that, he stands him up in the backfield. There's nowhere for the ball carrier to go. Trey Smith comes in and swallows him up.
It's a loss of a yard. Back to the 47-yard line of the Eagles. ECS, second down at 11, and we've got penalty flags flying.
Yeah, you got a left guard, just a little exuberant right there, got off before the snap.
Camden leading Huntington at halftime, 14-7. Let's go down on the sideline. Here's Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Fellas, allow me to state the obvious as the clock's really becoming a factor here. You know, in the fourth quarter, down 2 scores. ECS has been able to grind the ball on the ground some, so USJ's really going to need to get a stop here or a turnover, get something going.
They mark off the penalty back to the ECS 42-yard line. It's second down and 16. Play action, back to throw. Looking, firing in the flat, has it complete at the 40 to the 45, breaking a tackle out to midfield before he's hammered down. The gain is 7 yards. It'll bring up third down and right at 8 yards for ECS from midfield.
And if USJ wants to entertain any thoughts of getting back in this in the last 8 minutes, they must make a stand right here.
Tackle made by Griffin Laird, the freshman.
A nice little pop that done by Christian Kramer at the end of that play, wasn't it?
Sure did. Christian came in, cleaned it up. Third and 8 from midfield. Play action, back to throw. Goes across the middle. Hammered down. I mean, just absolutely depleted at the line of scrimmage. Making that tackle was Ben Rouse, the senior linebacker.
Boy, against a much bigger receiver here, and I mean as soon as the receiver catches the ball, bam, he is nailed by Ben Browse, knocked backwards 3 yards.
Boy, Ben with a major league hit there. That's going to force ECS to punt it away. 7:19 left in the game. It's 29-7 ECS, but USJ certainly has not quit playing football. They're going to fake the punt up 29-7 to the 50, to the 45, down to the 40. They're going to pick up the first down. Wow.
You know, and it looked like it was going to be one of those rugby-style punts, but they surveyed the field. The punter looks at it and says, wait a minute, there's a lane and nobody there. All I got to do is get one block. He got it, and he sails down to the 40, and a first down for the
That
Eagles.
looks like Chandler Williams, the punter, has the green light if he sees something to pull the trigger, and he did. He picks up a first down, and that's just a backbreaker there.
Yeah, and he doesn't run like your average punter either, does he, Rose?
No.
He runs like he's been doing that for a while.
ECS burns a timeout. That'll give us time to talk about some special people like Ace Hardware of Jackson on North Howland in the former Wonder Bread store. At Ace Hardware of Jackson, they have over 20,000 items, and right now some great specials on your long-handled tools to get that yard cleaned up for fall, like rakes and hoes and shovels, and also leaf blowers. Ace Hardware of Jackson, North Highland, former Wonder Bread store. Let's go down on the sideline. Here's Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Well, that fake punt was just a killer. We're looking at 7 minutes to go, and ECS was grinding the ball, running some clock. USJ had an opportunity there on that fourth down. Let it slip through their fingers, so really going to have to go after the ball, on some of these tackles.
Yeah, narrator, that was a heartbreaker right there. We also think Child at Beth Halton, Century 21 Action Realty. Call 499-1993. The website is HaltonHomeTeam.com, where you can check the entire inventory and ask about the guaranteed sale program. Todd and Beth Halton, Century 21 Action Realty. First and 10 ECS, new line of scrimmage, the Bruin 40. Under center this time. Play action, back to throw, sacked back at the 45-yard line. Trying to be a little too cute with the football, and Will Smith says, I'll show you how cute you are, and sacked him back at the 45.
Look at late blitz. Wells walks up the line of scrimmage, beats the man in motion. Nobody protect the quarterback, and down he goes. Hey, you want to try to throw it up 22 with 6 to go? They'll come after you.
Westbrook sacked on that one. The loss is 5. It's second down at 15. New line of scrimmage, the Bruin 45. Play action to the air again. Complete out in the flat and moving ahead from the 45 down to the 39. The gain is 6 yards, but there's a flag down near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is. It might be an illegal man downfield. Let's see here, right off the release. Oh, there's no question about it. You've got about the entire offensive line. I don't know if that'll be the call, but that's what I saw.
It's going against ECS. Let's see officially what the ruling is. Five-yard mark off back to midfield. And still, oh, here we go. Here's the white hat. But no. Up here, I have to assume it's an illegal man downfield. Never saw the official.
I didn't either.
Call. Clock is wound with 5:58 left in the game. Second down and 20 for ECS. New line of scrimmage, the 50. To the shotgun again, trips to the left, ECS back to throw. Here comes the pressure, stepping up, looking downfield, firing, center of the field. The bullet is caught at the 35 and dragged down at the 30. It's a gain of 20 on second down and 20.
Well, I'll tell you what, rolling to your left and putting on the brakes, turning around, that's when you got to get pressure on the quarterback right there. He was able to stop, plant the other direction, and find a receiver crossing the field.
Needed 20, picked up 21. First and 10, new set of downs for ECS. New line of scrimmage, the Bruin 30. Out of the shotgun again, throwing again. Swing pass into flat, complete at the 35, in trouble back there and dumped as the first man there to blow that play up. Coming in to make the play for USJ, Christian Kramer.
Yeah, and a great job of converging on the football by this defense. You know, I got to be honest with you, I'm a little surprised that ECS is throwing the football right now. Not from a you shouldn't be throwing it because you're up 22 type of deal, but from a protecting my quarterback. I know you run multiple quarterbacks out there, but they've already had one injury to a quarterback on the season. Why are you throwing passes here, especially ones that take a long time to develop?
And another flag on the field. This one again on ECS. I'm confused here.
Well, it wasn't declined, or they wouldn't have backed him up.
Well, the official is not doing a very good job of taking center stage and explaining with a signal as to what the infraction is. Second down and 17. The ball racing at the USJ 37. Out of the shotgun again. It's on the ground. Running room. 35-30. To the 25, to the 20. Inside the 20. Down to the 15. And finally taken off his feet at near the 17-yard line. On the carry is Drew Krogert. And another first down. The gain was 20 yards. And another set of downs for ECS.
Yeah, you spread this defense out with 4 wide receiver sets and just gash them right up the middle.
New line of scrimmage, the 13 of USJ. First and 10 out of the shotgun. Rolling left with trips over there, looking into the end zone, firing into the end zone, incomplete. Nice job, Howard Spencer breaking that one up as ECS up 29-7 with 4:34 remaining. Evangelical Christian School looking to pile on here.
Now, I don't think they give anything for extra for points, margin of victory, I don't guess, but they're going for it.
On the coverage for USJ
Clock stops, 4:34 remaining in the game. We think Carlock Nissan. They bought way too many white Altimas, and they've got Muranos all over the place at $10,000 off MSRP at Carlock Nissan on Van Drive. Play a beautifully designed pass against the grain, completed to 10 and diving down to the 7. I mean, that was beautifully designed there.
It really was, and what an open field tackle that time by Matthew Smith. I mean, there's absolutely nobody else over there, and Matthew Smith saves a touchdown right here.
Well, it starts out as an option to the right. The quarterback stops and then fires across the field for the catch of the gain of 5 yards.
And he was the only defender on that side of the field.
3rd and 5. On the ground, straight ahead. Inside the 5, diving into the end zone. Touchdown. Colgard again, this time from 8 yards out. And with 3:56 remaining in the game, ECS has hit pay dirt once again.
Boy, that's just power football, isn't it, Danny, right in between the tackles. But when you spread somebody out like that and the play calling's just been everywhere, it's hard to predict any type of patterns against this offense.
Here is Williams in to attempt the point after for ECS. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 3:56 remaining in the game, it's now 36-7 as ECS has opened up the gap here against USJ. And you wonder if it's homecoming is why it's ECS even up big late in the game. Continues to go to the air.
You know, I'm not sure. And like I said, I'm not even worried so much about the piling on as I am exposing my quarterbacks to hits. You know what I mean? Because again, some of these routes and some of these pass plays are taking 4 and 5 seconds to set up, and that's a ton of time to protect against the defense.
Lexington now leads Northside 20-19. Oh boy. What a game there. And an extra point cost the Indians. Camden and Huntington tied at 14 with 9:21 left in that game. The scoreboard coming up after the game is Kevin Hicks will join Greg Wood in studio. Dan DeFilippo off tonight. We want to say congratulations to Dan and his wife. They got a brand new baby girl. How about that?
That's a fair reason not to work.
That's a fair reason not to work. Dan will be back tomorrow, though, in studio. ECS kicking off. Another high pop fly. Fair catch as for and made at the 31-yard line. Jonathan Atkins making the play for the Bullets. This game brought to you in part by Simcoe, Southern Industrial Mechanical Maintenance Company of Brownsville, by Old Town Spaghetti Store, by Carriage House Drive in Jackson, by Young Hughes Insurance, Cy Young of Young Hughes Insurance, a Cy Young Award winner, by Mattress Warehouse next to Dollar General 3-Way and on South Highland in Jackson, by Marco's Pizza. We'll tell you more about them in a moment as ECS jumps off sides. On cue, here's Marco's Pizza. Authentic Italian pizza plus salads and subs and wings and a whole lot more. Call 300-0400. Order online. It's marcos.com. Marco's Pizza, Van Drive in the columns right in front of the Home Depot. Boy, that's great pizza in Butte.
Man, it's fantastic. In fact, I was thinking about it today.
By Hickman Realty, when you're looking for a winning team in real estate, call Norman, Tammy Reed, or David Nelson at Hickman Realty, 616-6000. 1st and 5, new line of scrimmage, USJ at their own 37. Here's Mitchell Bonifant from the 37 on the ground, running left side. From the 37 moving out to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3 yards. It'll be third, or make it second down, and right at 2.
Yeah, that's just something that they really have not been able to do. They tried to establish a little bit in the first half, ran it once or twice here in the second half, but just really have not been able to own the line of scrimmage.
Certified Restoration, bringing you instant replays, 24 hours, 7 days a week, immediate response time by calling 427-9258. 2nd and 2, here's USJ out of the shotgun on the ground. It's Mitchell Bonifant running right side from the 40 out to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. It'll be third down and 1 coming up for USJ.
You know, I tell you what, next week our Bruins head at back home taking on Tipton Rosemont.
Let's go down on the sideline. Here's Richard the narrator Barber.
USJ is not going to win this game, but here's where you tell a tale about your team. You play with heart, you play with character, you don't let up with the intensity. That's what they'll use to build on the rest of this season.
Absolutely, narrator. They've not quit. Have they built not for 1 second?
Oh, not for one play.
3rd and 1, USA at their own 41. Here is Underwood back to throw. In trouble, looking, firing, incomplete. Looked like some confusion there, View, and Underwood has to throw it away.
Well, it looked like the receiver that he wanted to go to didn't realize he was running around. He was and blocking as if it was going to be a running play.
So it'll be 4th down at a yard at USJ. Now we'll empty the bench and bring in the second team, and it looks like they're going to punt it. No, they're going to punt it away. It's not the second team, it's the punt team. As well, Smith will come in and punt the ball, but 2:27 left in the game. ECS ahead comfortably, 36-7, and remember it was 15-7 at halftime.
Yeah, it was a great first half by the Bruins, but ECS set the tone immediately to start the third quarter, and it's been all legal since.
And we got penalty flags as the play clock has expired, and this will go against USJ.
Hey, one thing, this is probably the longest game we've had all season long. It's coming up on 9:30.
A lot of passes.
Yep.
That'll do it. We thank our friends at Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service. The responsible thing to do, lock in on a pre-arranged funeral. Visit MedinaFuneralHome.com. Medina Funeral Home and Cremation Service. So Will Smith going to punt it away. He'll get his foot into it. At his 27, he shanks this one, and this is how the night is gone. And the punt will hit at the 48 and carry him out of bounds. The 48 of ECS, and even Will Smith can't escape the frustration tonight. USJ, they're frustrated, but again, they're playing one of the upper echelon teams in the state, and they played toe-to-toe for 2 quarters, and then Death took over.
Yeah, and you know, they kind of shot themselves in the foot with some penalties in the first half. They may have been able to have the lead at the half. But again, when you're trying to corral a team like ECS, as good as they are, as much as they throw at you, it's a lot to defend.
They think Sarah Chevrolet, Cadillac, Chrysler, Jeep, and Kia, one destination and so many choices. 175 Stonebridge, Jackson. Out of the shotgun is ECS on the ground straight ahead. From the 48 moving out to the 50. It's a gain of 2 yards on first down by the Eagles.
Well, you know, there's been a lot of players that we could talk about for USJ that had fantastic games, but a guy that I'm going to point out tonight is Campbell Carlock, man. On the defensive side of the ball. He and Eli Browse, both of those guys, sophomore and freshman respectively, both with big games for the Bruin defense.
Second and 8 at midfield. Here is ECS out of his shotgun. On the ground, Monica, 45, bouncing outside 40. Cutting back to the 35 and cut down at the 33-yard line. It's another first down for ECS on the carry this time. Running the football and running it well was Nathan McMeans. 5'10", sophomore running back for ECS. Down to 1:17 left in the game. 36-7. ECS with the advantage. New line of scrimmage. The USJ 33. First down and 10 for ECS. 4 wide. Twins both sides. Out of the shotgun. Here's ECS on the ground right side. Running in 30. 25 to the 20. One man to beat at the 15. Would take him down at the 11-yard line. It's coming over to make that tackle for USJ was Christian Kramer, but if he doesn't, ECS is in the end zone again.
Yeah, and this is the second team offense, except for the quarterback right now for the Eagles. And you can see those fresh legs right now really making a difference here in the last minute or two.
2:52 left in the game. North side, Lexington. Lexington leads it by 1. First and 10 from the USJ 12. ECS out of the shotgun. This may be the final play of the game. Here's ECS. on the ground. Caught in the backfield and dumped at the 15-yard line. A nice job of Campbell Carlock in there again. That's a Campbell Carlock Nissan tackle.
Watch, he sees the zone read. He sees to give it over on that left tackle. Makes a great slant to the outside and wraps him up. Man, love this kid.
And that is the final play of the game. USJ loses this one 36-7, but really nothing to hang their heads about, Bass. We knew they were outgunned tonight with this ECS team with 75 players dressed. And although USJ with a very young team went nose to nose, toe to toe in the first half, you got so many players going both ways for USJ, and for ECS only one player playing on both sides of the ball.
USJ played well enough to win most games that they would play if they weren't playing an opponent like this. Sometimes, Danny, you're outmatched. ECS is a better football team.
And that's the way it is tonight.
And sometimes that's just the case.
Next week, back to Regent play at Rossville Christian at Kirkland Field.
Tipton Rosemont.
That's right, at Kirkland Field next week.
Who came into tonight's action at 4-1. So be real interesting to see. Now, we watched that game against Tipton last year. They had some weapons. USJ was clearly the better team. But like I said, they come into tonight's action at 4-1. So Tipton Rosemont, a much improved football team.
Yes, they are. Well, the scoreboard show coming up in just a moment after the narrative talks with USJ head coach Mickey Marley. Munford leading Ripley 19-13 late in the game.
7 o'clock.
Germantown beating the snot out of Memphis Kingsbury tonight, 41-0. Germantown was 0-5. Kingsbury's really falling on hard time.
Well, like I said, they're in the district with Germantown and Arlington and Bartlett. You know, they're the only city school in it. They've been cast in a district they have no business playing in.
Trinity Christian leading 49-7 over JCM late in the